Hello, my lovelies, amazings, wonderfuls, and beautifuls. Yep, you know your name. That's you. Thank you for joining me on I Am Maggie. So, what we are doing is we are doing a slow crawl through Excuses Be Gone by Dr. Wayne Dyer. We are currently in part one, identifying and removal of habitual thinking, and we are currently in chapter one. Yes, you can change old habits. So hit subscribe, hit like, and leave your positive comments. I still look forward to hearing from you. So we're going to pick up where we left off. We were talking about Dr. Bruce Lipton, and we were talking about the new biology, right? The Biology of Belief is his book that we were encouraging. He has several books. Every book that he has is wonderful. So please check out Dr. Bruce Lipton. Okay, so we are moving on. The next subtitle here is The Placebo Effect, because he said that we were going to look at another piece of research that'll help you realize that you are capable of achieving. So here we go, the placebo effect. That the mind controls the body is hardly up for dispute. You probably heard of documented studies where sugar pills were given to a control group believing that they were a remedy for, say, arthritis, and it turned out to be as effective as the drug being administered for the arthritis. Power of the mind, right? This placebo effect apparently occurs due to the belief in the effectiveness of the pill. But consider how powerful the mind is when it goes beyond administering a sugar pill to the world of surgery. Yes, okay, so this is beautiful because this is what I was talking about, and here it is right here. Manifest now. Okay, a Baylor School of Medicine study published in 2002 in the New England Journal of Medicine evaluated surgery for patients with severe debilitating knee pain. Mosley, 2002. The lead author of the study, Dr. Bruce Mosley, knew the knee surgery helped his patients. All good surgeons know there is no placebo effect in surgery. But Mosley was trying to figure out which part of the surgery was giving his patients relief. So there's that openness and curiosity, right, that Dr. Wayne Dyer talked about? That everyone in spiritual and in psychological and heart coherence, everyone, we ask the questions, we are curious and we are open. So Mosley was trying to figure out which part of the surgery was helping his patients relief. The patients in the study were divided into three groups. Mosley shaved the damaged cartilage in the knee of one group. So one group, he shaved the cartilage. For another group, he flushed the knee joint, removing material thought to be causing inflammation, the inflammatory effect. So the other one he washed. Both of these constitute standard treatment for arthritic knees. The third group got fake surgery. The patient was sedated. Mosley made 3 standard incisions and then talked and acted just as he would have during a real surgery. He even splashed salt water to simulate the sound of the knee washing procedure. Yeah, so I've been in these procedures before. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting smell. But anyway, after 40 minutes, Mosley sewed up the incisions as if he had done the surgery. All 3 groups were prescribed the same post-operative care, which included an exercise program. The results were shocking. Yes, the group who received surgeries as expected improved, okay? But the placebo group improved just as much as the other 2 groups. So that's the group that just got fake surgery. Despite the fact that there are 650,000 surgeries yearly for arthritic knees at a cost of about $5,000 each, the results were clear to Mosley. My skill as a surgeon has no benefit on these patients. The entire benefit of surgery for osteoarthritis of the knee was the placebo effect. Okay, so I am not saying that no surgeons are needed. I'm at all. I'm in the medical background, I'm a nurse. We love our surgeons. But what I'm saying is that there's a lot of things that can be healed with our perception and our mindset if we are willing to. And then if we need a surgeon after that, so be it. So television news programs graphically illustrated the stunning results. The other thing too is like Dr. Guthrie, he was a cardiothoracic surgeon, and he just saw the deterioration of the vessels in the body and learned through his own health issues that diet. Now this is pretty logical, but a lot of times people, the last place they want to go is changing the diet. If you have a sick dog or a sick animal of any sort and you take it to the vet, the first question that the vet asks you is, what are you feeding this dog? And that's something that humans should ask themselves too. What am I feeding this beautiful person? And is that beneficial to my health, or is it taking away? Okay? Okay, so anyway, we're part of the Common Sense Show, so that's why sometimes the thing that we need to do the most, we will look at least. So anyway, television news programs graphically illustrated the stunning results. Footage showed members of the placebo group walking and playing basketball, in short, doing things they reported they could not do before their surgery. The placebo patients didn't find out for 2 years that they had gotten fake surgery. One member of the placebo group, Tim Perez, who had to walk with a cane before the surgery, is now able to play basketball with his grandchildren. He summed up the theme of this book when he told the Discovery Health Channel, "In this world, anything is possible when you put your mind to it. And I know that your mind can work miracles." Okay, so that's Lipton, the biology belief. So this gentleman, Tim Perez, this is what he said. Take it to heart. In this world, anything is possible when you put your mind to it. The mind of Christ, yeah? I know that your mind can work miracles. So this is out of Lipton's The Biology of Belief. The belief, and also too, guys, sometimes it takes time to build that like if you've had your thoughts ripped apart and you've had trauma, you've had abuse, whatever, it can take time and the right people helping you, like NLP, to learn how to talk to yourself properly, to get the change and the infrastructure to be different so that you can heal. Please be patient with yourself while you're in the process of changing your mind and changing your life. So I believe this kind of research offers motivating evidence for making a commitment to the excuses be gone paradigm. After recent procedures may completely reverse an old medical model, it seems that a man's forefinger was accidentally sliced off the top knuckle, and by altering genetic instructions, a team succeeded in regrowing a new half-inch top to his finger in 4 weeks. Fingers are genetically programmed to stave off infection when an injury like this occurs, so the medical team replaced his sliced off stub with stem cells programmed to grow a finger. And the subsequent new growth included nails, cuticles, and flesh. And this man's DNA was overturned by introducing new programmed instructions. There's so much new things on the horizon. It's here already, but they say when something happens in the medical field, it takes like 17 years to make it out to the masses. So just keep swimming, just keep believing, and keep your ears open. You never know what might come your way. In a variety of studies on severe depression, heart disease, rheumatoid arthritis, ulcers, and even cancer, the power of the mind to overcome these maladies trumps the conventional medical wisdom of treating the cells rather than the environment in which they reside. The new biology is clearly indicating that beliefs, some of which are conscious and most of which are subconscious or habitual, determine our physical and mental health along with our level of happiness and success. So that's why that shadow work, bringing what is in the darkness, unconscious, into the light, so that it may be changed. In the changed state, it slips back into the unconscious, and we live more healthier, healed lives, as long as what's going back in is healthy. Author James Allen observed, "We do not attract that which we want, but that which we are." I've contemplated this idea for a long time. Until recently, I accepted the idea that what we are is pretty much formulated by complex genetic input and strands of DNA inherited from our parents and our relatives. But I've changed my mind. My new personal philosophy is that who I am is first and foremost determined by what I believe. And that leads me consciously to focus on the fact that limitations or traits inherited from my ancestors are absolutely not the final word. Also, too, if you're around, that means your genetic line that's actually in you has survived. So you actually really have power, because that means that you are actually the best of your genetic line. So if you can shift your mind. Now the other thing too, guys, we've learned about the new neurons in the 1990s. They discovered new cells that were in the heart, has a way bigger field than the mind. When you get that brain and heart coherence, you're really going to be up leveling your health, your life in every way. Okay, so where were we at? But I've changed my mind. My new personal philosophy is that who I am is first and foremost determined by what I believe, and that leads me consciously to focus on the fact that limitation or traits inherited from my ancestors are absolutely not the final word. For me, there's now a surprise tucked into James Allen's quote. By changing my beliefs, I change who I am. As a result of this shift in my beliefs, I've attracted some new and wondrous features into my life, including being prompted to write this book and share the insights with you. Thank you, Wayne Dyer. We thank you. As you work your way through these pages, remember that what you are is what you believe, not what you were handed genetically. So what you are is what you believe. And it's going to go into the heart too. So we want to make sure what we're believing is healthy, not what you are handed genetically. And if you stay focused on what you are as a set of beliefs, so you ignore the 3D, you will align with the same kinds of energy. So I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am rich, there's a song I got in my head, but I'm not going to say it. But anyway, we want to close the gap of the cognitive dissonance so that you are actually 100% sitting in the beliefs. As you read on, remind yourself that you attract what you are, not what you want, and what you are is your beliefs, not your cells. And we also talked in an earlier video about the mirror 1, mirror 2, and mirror 3. So the first mirror is like, I'm bringing something to my life, it's in me. Or the second one is, or if it's not you, like if you are an honest person or you have integrity, but you're attracting those that are not, the second mirror says, look inside, because you may have a strong charge and a judging others for that. So it's still within you, but it's got a different perception. You are literally projecting out your judgment on others with a supercharge, which is what's actually attracting the dishonest people, etc. Okay, so remind yourself that you attract what you are and not what you want. And what you are is your beliefs, not your cells. As the biology of beliefs establishes, your mental activity is strong enough to overcome material particles and the influence of early conditioning and programming that you unwillingly adopted through your formative years. So I want to speak that favor over whoever wants to receive that right now. So your mental ability is strong enough to overcome material particles and to influence the early conditioning and programming that you unwittingly adopted through your formative years. Your mental ability is strong enough to overcome material particles and the influence of early conditioning and programming that you unwittingly adopted through your formative years. Your mental ability is strong enough to overcome material particles and the influences of early conditioning and the programming you unwittingly adopted through your formative years. Guys, be encouraged. You are here on this planet right now for times such as this, and I am so grateful that we are joining one another in this journey. So with that, go on and hit like, hit subscribe, leave your positive comments. I'm so grateful you're here, and we are going to just upgrade and let excuses be gone right out of our lives. All right, you know what's next. Peace in, peace